What up, Sports Talk fam? We are back to preview the start of the Week 16 NFL week with the Rams versus the Seahawks. Both of them are at 11 and 3. This should make out to be a great game, just like their first game was back on November the 16th. That game finished 21-19. In that game, Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions, and the Seahawks still had a chance to win the game, and they did not. I expect this game to be just as close and to give us one of those thrillers that we have been waiting for on Thursday night football. So let's start on the Rams side of the ball. Last week they played the Detroit Lions and they came out with a win after they made their halftime adjustments, and then they just blew the Detroit Lions away. But they did give up some yards and points because, of course, during the first half, those first 3 drives that the Detroit Lions had, they just went up and down the field on the Rams defense. But of course, the Rams offense kept it close too, and then in the second half, they just opened it up like a can of you know what, and just went ahead and took care of business and beat the Detroit Lions. So, of course, we know Davante Adams came up lame. He has been nursing a hamstring injury for the whole year. At this point, he is listed as doubtful on their injury report. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow doing walkthroughs before the game. But being that he just injured the hamstring 3-4 days ago, I would probably venture to say that he's not going to play and that he'll be sitting out. I think that will give more credence to, of course, we're going to always go to Puka Nacua, but Stanford also has Cody Parkinson. He also has Tutu Atwell. He also has Xavier Smith. And he also has those 2 workhorses in the backfield from Blake Corum and Kyron Williams. So I expect them to not miss a beat if Davante Adams doesn't play. They do want to have him for the playoffs because at this particular time, based off of how the Rams are playing, they are pretty much everyone's number 1 team in the NFL and the number 1 team in the NFC conference, and they are the Super Bowl favorites at this time. Now, let's go to the Seahawks side of the ball. Of course, like I said earlier, in the first meeting, Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions. I don't think if he throws 4 interceptions this time against the Rams defense that they will allow them to still be as close as they were before. Hey, miracles happen every day. It could happen again, but I'm just saying that I, as a sports fan and looking at it, I don't think so. I think that the Seahawks defense has gotten much better and stouter. Sam Darnold is still Sam Darnold. He is a good quarterback. Of course, if you put pressure on him, he folds sometimes, and he does have issues reading the defenses and seeing the field. The defense is going to be there with DeMarcus Lawrence and Ernest Jones in the back end, Rick Woolen and Witherspoon. So we're going to see they're going to make some plays against the Rams. I just don't know if it is going to be enough against Matthew Stafford and the offense on the other side. Of course, we cannot joke about the Seahawks offense either, because of course, you know, they have a 2-headed monster in the backfield with Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker. When the offensive line does get pushed up front on the defensive line, they are able to run the ball, and both Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet can catch the ball out of the backfield as well. We still have Cooper Kupp, we still have Jackson Smith and Jibba, and we also have AJ Barner on their side too regarding their receivers. So we're going to see, it's going to be a game that is going to be won in and out of the trenches on the front line on both sides tomorrow night. But I really think that the Rams still come out on top. I do think that it will be a low-scoring defensive battle, just like the first one was. So I'm going to say this time around that the Rams are going to win 24-20. So that's my take on the start of the Week 16 NFL season between the Rams and the Seahawks. Put down in the comments who you think is going to win and what do you think is going to be the score at the end of the game. Until next time, you guys stay in the game.